Christmas time is a time of overindulgence, and why not? You've got your friends, family, Christmas parties, so I'm reluctant to want to put a halt to all of that. But if you are looking to try and have a slightly healthier Christmas, here are a few tips. Number one, avoid arriving to a party with an empty stomach. It means you're less likely to end up grazing on all of the foods that are out there that are often quite unhealthy, but also it means you're less likely to get quite as drunk quite as quickly. Number two, drink wisely. Try and drink within moderation and make sure you're alternating your alcoholic drinks with soft drinks. If you can, stick to water so that it reduces the sugar content. In terms of sugar, alcohol itself is fairly calorific, so if you can, try and use low sugar mixes, maybe light beers, maybe even just a smaller glass of wine. In terms of your glass of wine, I would always try and finish the glass before it gets topped up again, so that way you actually know how much you're drinking. And unfortunately, hair of the dog is not a thing. You do just need to rehydrate. Number three, try and keep to your usual exercise routine. It can be really difficult during the festive period when you have so many other engagements to actually find the time to go to the gym. But if you can just try and make sure that you maintain a reasonable amount of physical activity, that'll at least keep you going through the festive period. So perhaps even thinking of funner, festive type exercises. Why not go ice skating? Or you can even think about a post-Christmas lunch hike. Number four, choose your meat. Now, turkey is actually a very healthy meat, really. It's high in protein, it's lean, but there are some parts of the turkey that are even healthier than the others. So choosing the lighter meats tend to be healthier than the dark meats. And if you can, try and avoid the skin, which is where a lot of the saturated fat lies. If you wanted to be extra healthy, you could swap that meat for a lovely salmon dish, which is high in omega-3. Now, number five, this is the one that a lot of people are going to get upset about. Rethink your roasties. Roast potatoes are often roasted in goose fat, which is high in saturated fat. So if you could consider switching that to maybe olive oil or a different type of vegetable oil, that will make it healthier. And if you can also try and eat it with the skin on, because that's where a lot of the fibre is, which will help maintain your blood sugars, and it's also where a lot of the nutrients are. If you're absolutely desperate to have those roasties in goose fat, that's okay too, but maybe consider making the roast potatoes slightly chunkier, which means that less of that goose fat is actually absorbed in. Also think about making sure that your vegetables are all steamed rather than fried, and potentially with olive oil and spices and herbs rather than butter. Now finally, sweets. Often by the end of the Christmas lunch, you're absolutely obscenely full and can't fit in any more, but somehow you still manage to put in that extra bit of Christmas pudding. How about making just a simple swap of a bit more fruit rather than the heavier types of desserts? Or if you're desperate for that Christmas pudding, rather than brandy butter, why not put a little bit of sweetened yogurt with honey? And that will make it that little bit less unhealthy.